Oh, this is so beautifully going to awake you, my gorgeous Libra. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to numerology, your number is 2009. This is again rather powerful combination of numbers which signifies the fact that, something bad it's actually about to come to an end, but that's not all. At the same time, something really beautiful is about to begin also. So this is what it means, my gorgeous Libra 2009. It means that on one hand, something bad is about to come to an end, something rather negative and annoying is about to come to an end, and then again, on another hand, something really, really beautiful, something remarkable is also about to begin. So having said that, my gorgeous Libra, when it comes to the beginning of this week, you see, there is a reason why you are going to have this idea, okay? There is a reason why you are going to have this idea right at the beginning of this week, and this idea is really going to turn your life around. This idea is going to make you rich. Literally, this idea you are going to have right at the beginning of this week is going to make you rich. Not only when it comes to finances, not only when it comes to money, but also when it comes to your life in general. Because when it comes to your spirituality, oh my God, because when it comes to this idea, there is so much you're going to do that you didn't do before, that you haven't done before. There is so much you're going to experience. There is so much you're going to explore. There is so much you're going to try. And this in itself is most certainly going to bring the best out in you. So you need to understand one particular thing. Now it's time to trust yourself more than ever. Now it's time to trust yourself, because if you don't trust yourself, I'm afraid to say that this is not going to work out. So you really need to believe in yourself, my gorgeous Libra, especially when it comes to this particular idea you're suddenly going to have right at the beginning of this week. And it can happen in so many different ways. Maybe you're going to be reading something and something is going to be triggered within you. Maybe you're going to see something is going to be triggered within you. Maybe you're going to come across something you're going to connect to on such a powerful level that you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And maybe it's just something going to come to you completely out of blue. It really depends, but the bottom line is that you are going to have this amazing idea when it comes to the beginning of this week. And I know it sounds corny, but this particular idea is going to make you rich, literally. But you have to trust yourself. And as I said, I mean rich when it comes to money, when it comes to your finances, but also when it comes to your life in general. In every possible way, when it comes to your spirituality, because this is the beginning of a really beautiful journey. And I also want to say something else. When it comes to this idea, you really need to understand the fact that very, very soon you are going to have an opportunity for this idea, when it comes to this idea. So don't allow this to put you off like, oh my God, I've got an amazing idea, but I don't know how I'm going to do this. Sometimes we just need to let ourselves go. Sometimes we just need to be optimistic instead of being pessimistic. You're very deep. I do completely understand. You think a lot. You're a thinker. I understand, oh my God, because my moon is in Libra. I get you. I feel you. I know you. Do you know? But now it's time to really trust yourself more than ever. So when you do have this idea, you know, I also need you to understand that very, very soon you are going to have an opportunity to do something about it. Okay, so that's why right now, my gorgeous Libra, you really need to come up with a new plan. I know that you're gonna be thinking about this new plan quite a lot, and I know the reason why I say new plan, it's only because this idea that you are going to have, it's like a brand new idea, but it has got elements of what you always wanted to do. It has got elements of what you always felt connected to, and it also has elements of you maybe, you know, like doing something similar or maybe trying something similar in your past. So that's why, or this is going to remind you of the certain journey that you've already been through. So that's why you're going to feel like, you know, I need to come up with a new plan. I need to come up with a new plan. Having said that, you know, the part of that new plan, it's also going to be consisting of you, like, or the big deal when it comes to you needing to come up with a new plan, it's also going to be the fact that you are going to decide, you will realize that, you know, in order to take this idea seriously, you are going to need to, you know, make a really bold move. And that bold move that you are going to realize that you're going to need to make, otherwise you're not going to be able to do this. This bold move is going to be basically all about you dealing with this particular problem, dealing with some kind of obstacle that has been affecting you so terribly, especially for the last 7 months. Okay, do you understand what I mean? So I already see, and I'm so glad I see and I feel, thank God for that you are going to take this idea very, very seriously. Because if you did not take this idea very seriously, you would never be thinking about this new plan. You know, you would never be thinking about making this bold move, this brave move. And you will be thinking like, oh my God, I need to make this bold move because it's to do with some kind of a problem or some kind of an issue that it was making your life so difficult over the last 7 months. Okay, so something that makes you a little bit nervous when you're thinking about it, a certain problem, something that is very personal but also really difficult for you as well, something that you have been dealing with for the last 7 months, my gorgeous Libra. And this bold move that you're going to make, it's going to be connected to, and you know what, this has been causing so many difficulties, especially when it comes to you having difficulties like starting something new or doing something new or trying something new. You know, it would kind of create so many difficulties when you wanted to kind of launch new projects and things like that, because it has been affecting you. It has been affecting your confidence levels, believe me or not. And I do think that you're actually aware of it. And even if you're not aware of it, you're most certainly going to become aware of it right now. And this, my gorgeous Libra, it's a very important moment in time, because you are going to overcome that problem, okay? Because, you know, this is going to lead towards your own victory. So whatever you feel like, oh my God, it's such a brave move, you know, for you to do, it may not even feel like a brave move or a bold move. It may feel like something that you are not recognize yourself are actually doing. Do you know what I mean? It could even be like a certain step that you're going to need to make, and it's like a bold move, but it's more going to feel like you, oh my God, being surprised with yourself that you're actually doing this, that you're actually dealing with this problem, and that you are making a certain step, making a certain move, you know, in order to resolve this issue, something that you did not like to think about whatsoever, let alone like kind of dealing with, you know, in such a bold way. So the bottom line is that this is going to be very successful for you. You know, this first step that you're going to make, it's like, you know, I think that you are going to be talking to somebody. There is going to be some kind of conversation you're going to have, something that you didn't want to do. This is the part of you making this bold move, having some kind of conversation with somebody, something that you didn't want to do, maybe having some kind of negotiation with somebody, because I do see this conversation like going really deep, and I do see you being just a little bit nervous. But you know, some kind of a very powerful driving force is going to be guiding you. Your higher self is going to be guiding you. And when you're guided by your higher self, of course that you cannot do wrong whatsoever. You're only going to be led towards something absolutely extraordinary. And not only this conversation, important conversation, or even some kind of negotiation, it's going to work in your favor, but this particular problem, it's about to disappear. It's slowly but surely about to come to an end. And this in itself, it's so important, because now, oh my God, it's, I suppose, it's a lot to do what you're going to be told. Maybe this is even to do with a certain process that it's going to take a little while, but you are going to feel so confident after this conversation that you are going to feel like a winner to start with anyway, because the bottom line is something very successful. It's going to happen, and I do see this like a major victory for you. And not only that, but also like a step in the right direction, because after that moment in time, you're going to be able to give yourself into it so much, to this idea, even more and more and more. You will be thinking about it quite a lot. You will be exploring your options. Your energy is just going to become so magnetic at this moment in time. And the reason why your energy is going to become so magnetic at this moment in time, well, this is coming from the fact where you are going to benefit from the perfect combination of your material and spiritual prosperity at this moment in time, because this in itself, it's also going to be the beginning of a really a beautiful journey, the beginning of a really beautiful adventure, where you are going to find out, as the time goes by, you will find out how many possibilities you actually have when it comes to this idea. It's really a lot to do with unlimited possibilities, my gorgeous Libra. And I'm not being funny, but you are going to kind of become obsessed with this idea. And please don't get me wrong, when I say obsessed, you know what I mean? This particular word tends to have like a little bit of a negative energy attached to it. But you can be healthily obsessed about something, and I know it sounds like, oh my God, but you can, if you're obsessed with something that is really good for you. I mean, who is to say that, oh my God, this obsession is bad, it's too much? No baby, no. No baby, no. You can be obsessed about certain things that are absolutely brilliant for you, and that will do only good to you, in so many different ways. At this moment in time, you're about to heal yourself, my gorgeous Libra, and you're also going to realize, so there are a couple of things, so this problem here is actually going to come to an end, something that has been affecting you for the last 7 months, like big time, but as I said, now this is going to lead towards the beginning of a really beautiful adventure. And you're also going to realize, the second thing that you're going to realize, my gorgeous Libra, is like while you're exploring your options, I know that you will be exploring your options. I know you're going to be thinking about this idea a lot. And I know you're going to be talking to so many people about this idea, or to the certain people in your life. And the more you talk about this idea, the more connected to this idea you are going to feel. The more you're going to understand about yourself, the more you're going to understand about your life, and the more you're going to realize how much you've actually changed. And you're also going to realize that there is something you need to walk away from. You will realize what has come to an end. My gorgeous Libra, this is ever so important. So that's why it's important to talk about this idea, to explore your options, because the more you do it, the more you understand, you will understand. And this is part of it. You will understand, what do you need to walk away from. It's important. What you're going to need to walk away from, it's coming from the fact where you will know what has come to an end. Because if this particular thing didn't come to an end in your life, you would never have this idea in the first place. And what you're going to realize that you need to walk away from is just something that, happened in your life, something that you started and it didn't work for you, and only now you're going to realize that you weren't prepared, you weren't properly prepared for whatever this was, and it just caused so much stress in your life, and it just didn't work for you whatsoever. whatsoever. And this is also going to be revealed to you still at around the beginning of this week. So something that you started where at a certain stage in your life where you just didn't feel like you were prepared for this. And I'm not saying that, you know, people need to be prepared for certain things. No, baby, no. But this is the way you're going to feel this. This is the way you're going to sense this. And your intuition is going to be like kind of talking to you in this particular way. So this is also something that you should do, my gorgeous Libra. Very, very important indeed. And on another hand, what else I was going to mention to you, especially in between the first part of this week and the midweek, I know that you're going to have a certain problems when it comes to your stomach and when it comes to your digestion, and you will indeed notice this. And I really strongly suggest you something like that you can promote like a friendly bacteria with. Very important indeed. I do strongly recommend you like a friendly bacteria, my gorgeous Libra, to put into your body when it comes to your digestion, when it comes to your stomach. But I also strongly suggest you something like organic dandelion tea. Oh my God, it's brilliant. And something like organic chamomile tea. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, these things are like so powerful when it comes to our bodies, when it comes to our spirits, when it comes to our souls. There is so much more to this rather powerful herb. So organic dandelion tea and organic chamomile tea is something that I strongly suggest you, and also rather important to get like probably a vitamin B complex. But if you do get a vitamin B complex, it needs to be natural, it needs to be without any unnecessary ingredients, and every single ingredient within this vitamin B complex needs to be made in a natural way. Very important indeed. And vitamin B complex is going to be rather significant when it comes to being beneficial for your entire digestive system as well. So this is what I strongly recommend. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. When it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Libra, do you know somebody is really kind of going to have such a different opinion to you when it comes to, I don't know if I'm exactly in the middle. My OCD, it's like kind of like, hello. Yeah, so, sorry. So when it comes to the midweek, somebody's going to have like a different opinion to you, okay? Somebody's going to like get on your nerves. Somebody's going to irritate you. And this particular person is going to have a different opinion to you about something really illegal. You know, you will decide to do something really legal, something really important. You will need to deal with something really legal, something really important, something really official. And you will mention to this particular person, and it's going to blow you away how this person is going to have a completely different opinion to you when it comes to this. Like almost as if this person is going to be saying like, oh, you can't do this. You're not going to be able to do this, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to be able to take this on. You're not going to be able to deal with this. Just remember, something legal, something official, something important. Maybe it's even again to do with the beginning of some kind of a process or something like that. But you need to do this. It is very, very important, you know, because this is to do with justice. Justice, justice, justice will come to you. Justice, justice, justice is coming to you. Justice, justice, justice is on its way to you, my gorgeous Libra. Not only you're going to find, not only you can do this, of course, not only you are able to do this, of course, not only you will be able to do this, of course, but you're going to find this extremely rewarding, and this is going to end up to be so successful for you. So the sooner you do it, the better this is going to be. So you need to be really sharp and you need to be really quick, because also at this stage of your life, your third psychic eye is like really powerful. So you're extremely intuitive, and this in itself is going to bring such a beautiful security into your life. That's what I really need you to understand. You will be able to relax, you will be able to chill out, and this is going to bring a really important security into your life, you know. And I know that this is going to sound a little bit crazy, but also at the same time is to do with something that you have been silently worrying about, and is to do with something that has been causing a little bit of pain in your lower back. I know this sounds crazy, I'm sorry, but this situation, this whatever this is, has been causing a little bit of lower pain in your back, and this is also going to disappear after this moment in time. This is going to disappear. So this is why I think this is rather important indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, pay attention to synchronicities. Let me just remind you that this week your third psychic eye is going to be like a big mama, big mama. Your third psychic eye is going to be wide open. So at around the end, so which means that you're going to be like extremely intuitive. You always are, sometimes more, sometimes less. Most certainly now you're going to be more. It really depends on the energy, just like everybody else. What are we thinking about? What's on our mind? And things like that. But this week it's going to be mind-blowing. So at around the end of this week, pay attention to synchronicities because you are being guided. Okay? Pay attention to synchronicities because you are being guided. I can see it. Hello, guidey. No, I'm joking. Yeah, pay attention to synchronicities because you are being guided, and you will be guided towards making an intelligent choice by accepting, first of all, what has taken control over your life, in a negative way, of course. And this in itself is going to be wise for you to understand, because this is also to do with something that was making you frequently too restrained. And now, you know, you will be able to, like, do you know what I mean? So you are going to, you need to pay attention to synchronicities because you are going to be guided towards making this really intelligent choice, which is going to be consisting of you accepting, you know, what is creating this negative control in your life. And this in itself, has also been like kind of making you to be restrained, you know, really kind of ever so often, and this is like so important because, you know, and I can see that you will do this, and then a couple of days later I really like what's going to happen. You know, something really beautiful is going to happen, and you are gonna realize and you will understand clearly, you know, something you didn't understand before. And, you know, like a really nice enlightening moment, and which means that you will understand exactly what you need to do in order to broaden your horizons. Or this situation in itself, it's going to be leading you towards you broadening your horizons right now, because after this moment in time, couple of days later, as I said, you will know exactly what do you need to do in order to broaden your horizons. And this, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be the beginning of such a beautiful turning point in your life. And it's also the end of a bad luck that you've felt for a while as well. You know, it's just like so beautiful how you're going to feel. You're going to feel extremely kind of creative. You're going to feel, you know, full of energy. And you will realize it's time to return. It's time to return to yourself. You know, it's time to return to yourself. That's how you're going to feel. And when I say it's time to return to yourself, you need to be honest with yourself at this stage of your life. You need to be honest with yourself. This is your coming home time. This is your coming home time. This is you coming home to yourself. And this is why you need to be honest with yourself. To some of you, this is going to be reflecting on you really needing to spend time with people how you already know, with new people, you know. But to some of you, this is also going to reflect, and it's going to reflect also on you wanting to kind of like really spend more time with people who are like-minded souls, you know. And to some of you, it's also going to reflect on a lifestyle choice, important lifestyle choice, you know, that you will want to make. You really need to kind of listen to yourself, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your higher self, and see the way you are going to be guided. You know, you are going to be extremely creative after this moment in time. And because this is creating a really beautiful and swift change, which is going to reflect on your energy levels, and you're also going to realize, like which errors you do not want to repeat anymore. There is a really big lesson that you learn through this, and that's what we always do in life. This life is full of challenges, this life is full of lessons, but every single time when we realize some kind of a lesson, it's like a God's gift, it's like a blessing. It means that we are transcending on the next level of our journey, and what's to come can only be really, really good and exciting after this point. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Libra. Let's just see. Oh my goodness, dear, surprise, surprise. Let me just remind you, baby, to keep things traditional. This is very important for you to understand. Keep things traditional. And I know that now you will say, oh my God, he's a bit, he's a bit loopy, he's a bit cuckoo. Yeah, I probably am, No, but honestly, I need you to know that by the end of this week, this is going to be absolutely obvious. What am I actually referring to here? Keep things traditional, and also try to focus on your spirituality, try to focus on your spiritual side. You will understand, by focusing on your spirituality and on your spiritual side, you will understand what's missing in your life on a completely different level. Do you know that right now, my gorgeous Libra, it is time to come out of your comfort zone. It is time to open your mind. It is time to go with this flow, This is a really beautiful stage of your life, so that's what I need you to know. Hello, my gorgeous people. Just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions. And the more people subscribe to this channel, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.